Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let me move this cup. I'm pushing stuff back. But I'm probably live on new OBS. Yes, it's up on my screen. Okay. Can my chat be seen? Someone type. Okay, if I put that up, I'll cut off my browser source if I have to. That should come up. Hey, it came up. Okay. So right now, I am indeed talking with HANZ of HARKIR. No, I'm not. I'm listening to someone talk with HANZ of HARKIR. I'm having a stroke right now. Let me go ahead and do my hotkeys. Okay. Okay. Shift boom, shift boom, shift boom. Shift, wait, what if I shift boom? Okay, so what if I take this over here and I can like see HANZ? Unless, fuck, I need a browser source, don't I? I'm just now starting. Okay. Display capture. Okay. Shit. Let me boom. 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 Yes. And then boom. How does that look? And then how does that look over here? I have two monitors now, so I can see chat. Okay, hopefully this looks good. Okay. Okay, I got that a little mixed up, but hopefully I should be able to get on with HANZ of HARKIR. So I'm going to ask if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna join the waiting room in his Discord. And then until then, Poob, if you are in chat, then like tell me. Okay, I think we might as well talk.
Say I appreciate that a person is honest if they have terrible opinions, so I can like again if a pedophile is honest, I appreciate that so I can call the fucking police or call them like to get remedial help. there's like this new thing where people are like, I prefer people just dog whistle and lie.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna be
it was a
watching this until I can
it's
hopefully
so
hop on.
like,
It's gonna be a little
people
scuff for a
complain
little
about this all
while,
the time,
but
of people hiding their power.
hopefully this goes well.
I don't think any actual person wants people to hide their power level. If something's terrible, they want you to say it so we can like punish you for it, because otherwise you'll gaslight the fuck out of us. I don't think any.
Okay.
What's that?
Like,
Man, wait. I don't disagree with anything you said so far, but I think
Ooh,
to
like
be
how,
fair,
like,
I think you did
highlights
acknowledge
the
that you guys
window
weren't
whenever I'm,
friends at this
screen
point,
sharing.
right? Once this started going down, like you said, it's been like a couple months since you've considered her as a friend.
true. Which, in my case, that means makes it even more justified. Because if she was still a friend of mine, and she was saying that shit, I would have been like, yo, Selena, what the fuck? But we weren't, and she was already like going after me. At that point, if you're on Twitter on public, then I'm gonna start posting on Twitter on public. So, but yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to understand a bit of your
This is
perspective,
going to be
but
like the driest
I hate this, but
stream
I have to
like
go right now. But
video.
if you're still streaming after I
speak.
get all my stuff done, I might come back here. But
I'll probably.
yeah, I do.
Sorry, finish your point.
Yeah, sorry, but I do understand a bit more of like your perspective, and that like you kind of did consider her to be a friend at one point. So I'll think about that a bit, but yeah.
Sure thing. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, you too.
All right. I think. Who was next in chat? I'm gonna pull in Sam just because Sam's a good friend of mine. Sorry, I'm letting you skip the line, but Sam's a good friend, so I'm gonna pull him in first, and then everyone else in chat. Tell me who's next in chat, okay? And then I'm gonna pull in Neo. Neo, keep it on topic, okay? All right, Sam, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, Hans?
I'm doing pretty good, to be honest. I'm feeling pretty good.
So it seems like most of the positions that I probably would have had, probably had a conversation with Booksmarts. I would probably start out asking you like what your purpose of like engaging online is, and then like see where we could go from there. But it seems like you probably understand that there's like some problems with your messaging. I would hark on certain specific words. So as you know, that like I do a lot of like linguistic stuff and like in academia. And so when we like, I think that there's some issues with saying like I appreciate or like I think it's a good idea, a good thing for that, like when we talk about like Mr. Girl, that he owns these positions, because there's certain language that we connect to these ideas of like some kind of endorsement of their ideas, right? So when I know that I've had conversations with other Jewish people who are in this space, and what we say is we use the words, I would prefer to debate like a mask-off Nazi than somebody who's going to hide their power levels. And like we use specific language because we don't want it to seem like we're endorsing the idea of like having Nazis on the platform, because I think that we would, anybody I know that argues these things would rather not have these people have a platform at all, rather than maybe not hidden away, but like we would just rather them not be on the platform, like just not existent. We would rather have no Nazis than any Nazis.
Correct.
But like, if there's and like, but it seems like you've already discussed this with Booksmarts about like kind of how you need to be wary of your messaging and how it can be interpreted.
No one's gonna want.
And but so.
And now my stream lag. Yes, fool.
I'm not going to harp too much on that. I do think that there is also some critique to be said about kind of the level of team sportsness in this. And I want to point to two examples, and I know this one was pointed out to you, but I'm not even going to use Demon Mama specifically. I'm going to probably use Riverboat Jack. In the mandatory schooling debate, Riverboat Jack bit a lot of bullets, and I don't really think, and the reaction there was a lot different than saying like that you would prefer to debate somebody like Riverboat Jack over Demon Mama or things like that. The rhetoric was really just, wow, this is a really dumb position to take. Why would you bite the bullet?
That should be.
It seems like there's some level of
up here
of like messaging here about like whether or not you want people to bite the bullet. Another one, this isn't specifically to you, but like something here is that like a lot of the people that I would see critiquing this kind of stuff, when the Kink at Pride discourse was going on, either the last time or the previous time before that, over this last year, the two different times, there was a lot of people who were saying like, why would you own up to this position? Why are you saying these things? Blah blah blah. To a lot of people who are owning up to these ideas that like certain things are not sexual in public. And I think that there's like this level of team sports aspect in it involved in like whether you take sides based off of your actual positions or whether you're, and again, it's okay to have these things, I think, as well, because I'm not going to be like, oh, you have to be consistent across every boundary. You can have these positions where it's like, well, I prefer this because this is not going to be. But I think
I decided to take
more
the
analogous
logo
here than the
and then just like smush it
schooling, because
into
it's both,
the camera
both in the
to
sides.
make it a bit
we would probably say
minimalist,
these arguments
I actually
are
really like it.
carrying water for pedophiles, right? This idea that like we can wear certain kink gear in public around children is carrying water for some pedophilic
But this is actually
acts,
really
or
good
some
practice,
people
like
believe
being
that,
able to
and
watch
the
HANZ,
conversation and
because
arguments
I
that
feel like
Mr. Gerler is
he
having
isn't
is
going
carrying
to be,
water
like,
for some pedophilic
overly
acts as well,
hostile.
and we would probably be antagonistic
hope
to the
not.
ideas in these positions, even though again. We would prefer to debate.
I know what you mean, Sam. And I'm going to cut you off, right? But I think you're like circling a little bit. But it's like I agree with you that like during that like telling someone who was biting bullets that they were stupid for biting those bullets, because I think the position is bad. Like if I could give like an analogous example, right? It's like if I'm debating their power level,
is my stream still
and want
up?
them to bite the bullets, but then biting the bullets doesn't make me want to be nice to them. It makes me I want to get to the position so I can dunk on them, right? Like if someone like this isn't me being like, oh gosh, like I'm so happy that you're a mask off Nazi. Now we can have an honest discussion. I'm like, oh no, I'm happy you're a mask off Nazi so I can start clowning on you. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And like personally, because I have a personal rapport with you, and like I would probably take this charitably with a lot of people. I understood that, but and I think you again with your conversation for what you said. I didn't watch your conversation with Booksmarts. I don't know if that was on like his stream or anything. But from what you said earlier in your stream, it seems like you understand that as well. That there is some interpretability in your messaging that makes it seem like you were saying that former rather than the latter, right?
I would say that it is possible, but I think you really have to stretch it. I'm fairly certain that in every comment I made about Mr. Girl, and again, I've only watched the his initial debate with Destiny about about trans stuff, right? And that's, I would say me saying he has awful positions, but I appreciate that he's honest. So even though they're awful, isn't an endorsement of his positions. And there's this massive leap that everybody takes on that, and I would say that is objectively bad faith. And I think there's even like a bad faith interpretation of me saying I appreciate the honesty. Because me saying I appreciate, again, maybe we can use the better language, right? If I say I like that he's mask off, so I can he has terrible takes.
You prefer him to be mask off. I think again. Even saying
prefer as opposed to like, right? Okay, prefer.
Yeah. Prefer. I think that's like the best. So over the time of like being in these circles and like having these conversations about anti-Semitism, I think that like I've personally stumbled upon like I would say like I prefer to debate mask off Nazis than like people who are going to dog whistle. And this way, it doesn't say that I would it showcases a preference for debate, but it doesn't showcase any preference for like that person as like and again even then I'm sure there are some people that might interpret that as like I'm endorsing mask off Nazis, and that's going to be like I have to accept that as like part of using language, unfortunately, that there's some level of disconnect between my intention and the interpretation.
I understand I have to accept that, but I will never like be okay with that. I think those people who can look at
I'm gonna hop in a call right quick. Fuck. Howdy. This is how's everyone doing tonight? Wait, why did I get added on as a gym? What? Who added me? I mean, I'll take it. I do have that in my, I do have that in my little bio. It's funny though, because like Zan isn't added on as a content, wait, no, that's Zan. Zan isn't added on as a content creator. It's a little funny. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just hoping to get on and talk with, HANZ, because I have like some disagreements with both, you know, what we should do concerning honesty and what we should do like concerning honesty, and also like maybe talk about Celine, maybe. Yeah, oh my god, perspective philosophies in here. What if ooh lord. That guy's interesting. Yes, I was on Xander Hall's stream, actually. Plan on talking to HANZ. Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, do y'all mind if I like stream this current call right now? Maybe, potentially, possibly. I don't want to. Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, but like no one can hear y'all. Which, granted, I'm streaming to all of two people. So just only if it's fine with everyone I will, because I don't want to. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good tonight. It's always good to be doing good. And that is... It is still Monday. Yeah. Well, it's Monday in Eastern Standard Time, too. It's only 9:40 here. In the best time zone. You know, honestly, as long as we can all agree that every time zone is better than Mountain Time, then I'm fine with that. True. True. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's everyone's favorite soda. Based. Oh. Someone got pulled into the deep end. Oh no. Dude, this is scary. It's like getting pulled into the fucking Hunger Games, where it's just like, you'll just be sitting there and then someone just like fucking pops out. Like, listen, I'm just scared that I'm gonna get on that, because, like, I have notes prepared. You know? I'm scared that I'm just gonna get, like, pulled on and, like, scuff it. In my humble opinion, I think I think that would be my niece. That would be my niece, which is fun. The joys of having a child for a niece. That's very fun. She's adorable. It's just, I don't have noise canceling pads yet. I need to move my camera somewhere better one of these days, because like this angle is not. Oh, I had a fucking heart attack when I heard that fucking Discord noise. Jesus fuck. Yeah, like I'm exiting the trench. It's like every time I hear that, it's like I get like I just get like a fucking like this pit in my heart. It's just like, oh fuck, it's time. Yeah. Be right back. Where the fuck did I? Okay. You know, the people, they ask me and they say, Donald, what is your opinion on Mr. Girl? And I say that me and him, we haven't spoke much, but we probably have the same taste. Very, very, very. Well, he says it in his name. Very classy guy. That when he raps, he does the rap music. He's very good at it. I would say. I'll shut the fuck up now. This is how I deal with nerves. What? Wait, hold up. Let me deafen real quick so I can listen to this. Oh god.
Frustrating, and I don't appreciate when people do that. And if people are
fuck my heart. Okay, the person currently on right now is pretty much like they've either set up a situation where we're gonna get fucked in the long run because of like them being really inflammatory, or they've set up a situation where like someone even slightly reasonable can go on, and then it's just gonna be like, oh, finally a fucking sane person. Regardless, I'm fucking, this is like 50-50 shit. I don't know. Holy fuck. Dude, like 30 minutes ago, I was playing fucking video games with Zan, and now I'm sitting in here having a fucking heart attack. Who's next? Dude, I'm telling you, after this, I'm going to go into like a murderous Vietnam War veteran rage whenever I hear a fucking Discord sound after this. Oh fuck. He's pulling us in. Just a comical amount of fucking weed. Dude, like oh fuck me. It's like I am legit. I like my heart feels like it's gonna pop out of my fucking chest right now. This never fucking happens.
Your heart?
Yes, my heart.
Oh no, honestly, me too. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, fuck, like I'm going on like a stream. Like I talk to streamers, well, a streamer, but like like not ever in a contentious way. I have my notes.
Yeah, same.
I have my counter.
I don't have any notes.
Yeah, I'm winging this.
Hopefully.
If you have notes, I believe in you. You will do well.
True.
Yeah. Listen, and I don't pass notes in class, so.
No. I'm saying that if you have your own prepared notes, you will do well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Lovely weather we're having.
So I have like one thing that hopefully goes well, and that's gonna be like the talk about honesty, and then the other thing is going to be me talking about Celine and like the steroid comments, which I feel like there's been a bit of a slight misunderstanding there from all sides, and I just want to clarify it. Like, because it's like Celine later clarified it when she called like HANZ like a Joker on steroids. She didn't mean like he's like actually
she didn't
on
mean
steroids.
that literally, did she?
Like no, she didn't mean that literally.
Like the hypothetical Joker being amped up by like the phrase on steroids means that's like that, but like way more exacerbated.
Yeah, and like Celine said that, and I will saying that about HANZ, who has been accused in bad faith of using steroids before, is really bad.
It's just like tone deaf at that point.
Yeah,
like the room.
Yeah, like very tone deaf.
Yeah, you need to be more careful about your language there.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna defend Celine for like missing the memo.
It was a misstep.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time,
not a deliberate like accusation of
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm fucking. Usually, what I do whenever I panic.
On Twitter?
Yeah, we're moved on Twitter. I'm a green square on Twitter. No, I am doing a different kind of nerd profile.
Because I thought I'd seen it before. I'm like, where have I seen it before? And I'm like, without the green, I was like completely lost.
Yep. Even though the profiles are kind of similar, but I'm a green square on Twitter.
I'm just this.
So what's the book smarts thing? Did someone look at
a stream?
Sort of lost there too.
I know who Booksmarts is. I watch his streams every now and then. He gives advice. He's mainly Destiny and like giving advice to content creators like Destiny. And he did that with HANZ.
I probably know who he is. He does not like Demon Mama.
Was he on stream?
He does not like Demon Mama. Yeah.
Understandably.
If I remember correctly, I think his main points are just that like what you're kind of doing is it's not like the healthiest way to like get people on or have like good conversations. And I think they've kind of both agreed that like you're just gonna try to like not engage with these people or invite them onto chat. I think those are like the two biggest things.
I think HANZ should utilize the mute button more freely.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, blocking people has been the best Twitter decision I've made.
Yeah. Dude, ever since I muted, I blocked like Dream and like his group, and I muted like anything involving Dream. Ever since then, my experience on Twitter has been 10 times fucking better.
Pull the J flat.
Like, it's so good. And whenever I see a fucking Dream stand pop up on my timeline, I immediately fucking block.
Valid. That's valid.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is about like certain people in the communities they cultivate, where it's just like, I think you're missing the point on purpose. Like, there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, like for me personally, I'm also like legit at the point where, like, I used to be a small part. Like, I used to interact with cartoon Twitter a lot, and I stopped interacting with cartoon Twitter, and like the dramas they get on cartoon Twitter are like the most annoying shit ever. Like, some artist will draw a character like one Pantone skin shade off, and they're like, this is racist. It's like so bad.
I've been seeing like wars breaking on TikTok, people arguing over the race of Roxanne Wolf in the new FNAF game. Like, people's accounts were getting taken down and shit over it.
I'm going to.
I mean, whenever I encounter, whenever I encounter a proper NIMBY, it is really, they are really ridiculous. But in terms of like urbanist Twitter, it is like 97% agree with me, and then like 3% of people who just become terrible in various kinds of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fucking mom is a NIMBY.
Yeah, based on the internet, it's like, of course, we're just going to be building duplexes and townhouses everywhere based on like Twitter. But if you actually go into the real world, it's like, no, we have not one yet. We are still a minority view.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing about it. I feel like if people, because like I want duplexes and townhouses in my fucking backyard. I want to live in a fucking townhouse. Those things are fucking sexy. I want to live in a nice mixed development, mixed planned community. I want all of that beautiful shit. The only issue is the people who can, like, you know, actually...
Over the wall! Over the wall! Who's over the wall?
Fuck, who was it?
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. 07. Whoever's getting...
Please be Lucy.
Do not be me.
Doo-doo.
I need something to, like, bite on if I get in, because I need something to fidget with. I have 80... Why did I not get a fidget thing? I can't do this.
Yes!
Oh,
Hey, me,
I'm up
me
next.
just got it.
Oh. Whew. I don't even... This is the reason why I don't like horror games.
Oh shit! This is... Hold on, this is something I can... Gap, I can start off something really good. I really love Magic the Gathering too, so maybe I can ask him a few questions.
Yeah.
there you go.
Wait, I wonder... What if I hold, like, my heart up to my... Like, what if I... Can y'all hear if a heartbeat? No, you can't. You probably can't. Yeah, no,
My fucking watch says it's 130 beats a minute. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, bruh. Coastal Elite Liberal has a watch.
Yeah, I have an Apple Watch. I do. It's sad.
I have a Samsung Galaxy Watch and an Apple Watch because I switched fucking...
Do you wear one on each wrist?
OS's? No, hell no. Fucking... Listen, between, like, the Galaxy Watch and the Apple Watch, the Galaxy Watch is superior for one reason and one reason alone. You can read...
It's circular?
No. You can read fan fiction on the Galaxy Watch.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good.
Like, whenever I'm sitting in class and, like, I'm, like, bored as fuck out of my mind and I can't pull out my phone, I can just, like, discreetly read fan fiction on my watch. Granted, I, like, strain my eyes to do it, but you know, it fucking works.
Oh, yeah, of course. Ruin your eyesight, but it's worth it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, you do that regularly. You might as well, like, turn it into, like, a sport.
Agreed.
Also, Byzantine in chat. How are you doing today? Nice flag.
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. What do you like about the Byzantine Empire the most?
Crypto George is good. Crypto fascist bad. Cryptocurrency is a casino.
All good takes, although I didn't hear the first take. So good first
Crypto
take,
Georgist
bad
good.
First take. Georgist? What's Georgism?
Georgism is a landform ideology. The reason I did Crypto Georgist is because it's something so niche and nerdy that to be like crypto about it is kind of silly. Like other things. Basically, land value taxes are good. Land rents are bad. Keeping what you have, keeping what you make is good, and getting unearned rents from the land is bad. Because land is valuable for two reasons: natural resources and other societal development. And gaining from that without benefiting from society is being a leech. At least that's my take.
Interesting. I vaguely understood that, and then like I had like a silent little like panic realizing what I'm getting myself into, so like I completely blanked. Yeah. Holy fuck, my chat could hear my heartbeat? That's fucking insane. Oh, don't do that to me. My watch! My watch is sitting on my desk! Why is the vibration on? The vibration's never on. Stop doing that. This gave me a heart attack. Good lord. Have any of y'all watched Arcane?
I'm not, no.
I have not.
Watch Arcane. It's very good. It's very good. Okay. Fuck. Sorry about that. if y'all heard a spike accidentally knocked over my mic. Hey, maybe I should use the fact that I'm like watching Hans's ad breaks as like evidence that that he can't be mad at me. I'm kidding.
True.
I'm kidding.
And so, like, obviously, like, people are gonna like take friendly criticism better than bad criticism, right? Like, if someone I hate gives me
for this, is Hans real angry or like pretend drama, like fun time angry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I understand that.
yeah. So
I guess.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So like just find. Finding the good criticism versus the bad one. Even like bad people can give you good criticism, right? Like so it's entirely what you want to take from it. But like I'll be completely honest. I know enough people and I have enough friends and I have a big enough community that like I don't need to like go to the dregs of like the Vosh Discord to find criticisms of me like to make myself better, right? I have good friends like that are other creators. I have like my own community. I have other communities that I'm on good terms with who like hold me accountable. Like I have people that I can talk to and get good criticism. Like saying that like I need to like take criticism better, or that I need to like be able to handle like dumb fucks like being like terrible to me better comes differently, and like I'll interpret it differently based on like where it's coming from. So I just I don't need to really like deal with that.
All right,
right?
I'm ready.
I don't have to like, get it from there. Like
You're next, right?
Again, I could have gotten all
Oh
of
Christ.
all of
Wait,
Kevin's
where's the list?
extremely salient criticisms.
Is there a list?
I don't know.
In about a
He
second
just said that
list,
was.
right?
It was
he said
me
it
and
in-
then it was
yeah.
me.
Fun 3-minute like passive aggressive anger fest.
Oh, my
of one
heart.
end. Because like he's just I don't think he's able to
Arcane
articulate his
was
points well, and
indeed
I
fun,
think
Puffle Cakes.
he's kind of stupid. But like if someone had come with those and said, "Hey Hans,
4 people
you need to get better at this,"
watching
which
my
again
stream,
essentially
that's
Booksmarts did, like then yeah, I'll take it. Or like or in the case of like Sam saying, "Hey Hans, I think the way you phrase things, like language is extremely important." So
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I guess the reason I asked that question was I'll admit I wasn't read every single thread regarding all this because it was a lot. From what I saw, it seemed like there's a saying with like don't assume something is malice if it could be explained away as ignorance, and it seemed like with the Merrick thing, from what I saw, as I missed something. It was more her like it was a mistake with no malicious intent, but I could be wrong. I missed something. So I asked about the whole like malicious versus non-malicious.
oh, malicious versus non-malicious. Here's a good example, right? I don't think Merrick was malicious. I think she saw me being extremely rude to someone that she considered a friend, didn't care about the context, and just kind of jumped in trying to defend a friend, and then like got like me going at them like with a fire hose, which man, I'm totally fine like saying that I did that. And I'm totally fine like having that bridge burnt. And I don't think she was malicious, but I still think she contributed to the like the magnitude of like the shit that I was dealing with. It's like the idea. Here's the thing, right? If a bunch of people if a bunch of people attack me, and then I respond to the attack, and then a bunch of people start coming after me for, "Oh, you were so mean," and I start responding to those people, and then Merrick was literally the third layer of that of like attacking me or asking me to be nicer to a person who was attacking me in response to me like defending myself against another person. So those people aren't malicious per se, but they're just really stupid, and like they're jumping in not knowing what the hell they're talking about. And I don't think that I don't put the same level of
actually, yeah, that's exactly what I should do.
maliciousness towards those people.
Absolutely.
But I'd say they're
Where's
just
my
as
fucking
annoying, because like if you're attacking me, like I think you're a piece of shit. But if you're like a weird like fence sitter, like Hans, please stop being so mean to the people that are attacking you.
Yeah.
I think you're just as annoying.
Yo.
You're less
Oh,
malicious,
hey, Sim.
or maybe you're more malicious. But
Yo.
I really, like,
What's up,
those
bud?
people are essentially
No
Warn
way.
someone
Hey,
before you
Danny,
join.
good to see you.
circle
Oh, hey,
of
Danny.
kids,
Hey, how's
Please
it
warn someone
going?
before you
getting,
join.
like,
You just
bullied.
What are you here
fucking
to chat
And the kid,
with Hans about?
is like aggressive.
What am I here to chat with Hans about? I don't know. I'm just gonna chill and play TFT. But I'm gonna ask him if he wants to play TFT. That's what I'm here to talk
There you go.
There's a fight.
That's
Why are you
nice.
guys fighting? You need to stop fighting each other, right?
See
And
if he
that's, like,
wants
being
to play a little
charitable.
League of Legends.
Because a lot
Right?
of the people who were
The
trying
best
to say,
game on earth.
and I wanna
Listen,
shout
his
out
life
true.
is it's in a hard time right now. He doesn't need League, okay? It's just
get
gonna
on
make
this
things
trash
worse.
board.
Oh, it's okay.
He came
League
to me,
makes everything
"Hey,
better.
It
Don't
is
worry about it.
League of
calm
Legends
down."
time.
And I'm like, dude, where have you been defending me and all this? If you're telling me to calm down, I want to see some evidence that you're like telling the other people to chill, right? And
What
he
are
was
you
like,
guys
yeah,
here to talk to him
I
about?
have been doing that. And I was
You
like,
got good
"Thank
memes?
you."
Okay, is
But
there
the
gonna
people who
be
just
shit
come in and be
stirring
like,
happening?
I want to police your
No,
response.
I'm
Hopefully
in
not.
good faith, unfortunately.
Kevin Logan though. It's pretty funny.
That Kevin motherfucker was hilarious. Fucking British guy too. It's
He
just
just,
so
just
bad.
came in and said like, "Hey, you should
Oi,
be less
He already started off with an L
Oi,
because
Hans,
he's
you mean?
British.
You mean
True.
Hans?
Yeah.
You're a fucking snowflake, you know? That is like, okay. Okay, buddy. Leave.
Alright, I'm up.
Oh, Lucy, good luck.
Oh, 07.
Oh wait, when he's done talking.
07. This is
Let's go.
Okay. I like spent basically the past day looking at like the drama that's gone on, and I've taken notes, so hopefully I don't like accidentally fuck myself into bad faith.
The best thing you can do is have notes with specific timestamps on specific things and specific quotes. That's the best thing you can do. I'm gonna be honest.
I have screenshots.
That's why
half of it.
I haven't weighed in to any of the recent drama because I have not seen any of the videos of any of the conversations ever, and I've only seen what's happened on Twitter. I don't actually like comment on this shit.
Yeah, plus the Destiny wedding drama is way more fun anyways.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo, taking time out of my wedding to shit on other streamers? Hell yeah.
What? That happened?
Dude, Vash's community thinks that he's like legit sitting at like a wedding party, like cutting the cake. It's really funny.
The funny thing is,
I don't care if it's true. Image is so funny.
Good luck, Lucy.
Probably didn't have
you.
like any reception or any like services or anything. He probably just did like the base wedding to get married to his girlfriend.
He was in a courthouse all day. That's actually what it was.
Yeah,
waiting.
I think he was probably like really fucking bored, and just didn't care. Like yeah.
Bruh.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, you
bruh.
got you points for the big.
Got cocked.
Got cucked? What? Why? What happened?
Alright, since gone.
What happened? Wait, Senf got...
I forgot he was in the giant metal dildo box for so long today. What a Chad.
In New York, you can be a new man.
Alright.
You know, the gum is tasting a lot more like adrenaline.
Pennsylvania.
Indeed. I can see why people smoke now. Because like this much stress would I would kill someone to get out of this much stress. I wouldn't. Holy fuck. We have mods in chat. Why are y'all allowing a bot? It's a very clearly not good bot. Dude. I can't have this on my stream. Dude. What do you mean? Time out. Oh my god. Lord Pinch, I'm modding
Alright,
you.
mine sounds fine, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, great.
Oh. Ooh. Fuck me. You know, it's something that really pisses me off. Y'all know, like, Headspace, that fucking meditation app? Yeah, with, like, fucking...
Woman moment right there.
Wow.
Woman moment.
Yes.
I gotta see what we're squad doing.
Well, yeah, that's. Oh wait, you and HANZ of HARKIR are already friends.
Yeah, we played League together. Remember, I raged.
Wait,
you.
we did.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Seth! I'm a nice guy. Plays League.
All right, getting cooked
Yeah,
so
true.
hard.
Yeah, you are.
Playing League means you cannot be nice. Okay. That's just how this works.
perhaps.
Fastest way for me to burn the Destiny bridge is if he played League with me. It would be over in an instant.
Dude, I don't know. See, I want to play League with Destiny because I want to abuse the fuck out of him without being banned from chat. Okay, I wanna roast the fuck out of him for dying and have him roast the fuck out of me. All right, that shit is funny as fuck.
Is that just your kink? You want Daddy Destiny to go after like you're?
Yeah. Oh god, I would be coming everywhere while he harasses me about League. Yep, that's my kink actually.
Yeah.
That is my niece.
But I hope you're doing well, buddy. There's big barrage of people that hate you online. Try not to acknowledge dipshits and people that literally just want you to do worse as a person and fuck them, block them, and then
that's the girl boss move right there.
Usually they'll stop posting about you. Marcy is a rare exception to where she
Gamma.
likes to throw shit behind a block.
Oh,
kinda like
there-
Gammy does.
there's so Gammy.
So,
Name drop.
yeah,
Damn.
those people are fucking brain dead. Have fun, buddy.
You're over the hill.
Thanks, man.
You're over the hill, Lucy.
Good luck, Lucy.
Good night.
Yep.
Luck.
Men. Okay.
Woman moment.
Name
honestly.
drops it.
Lucy, you're gonna do
Nice,
good.
nice gammy drop.
You got this.
Wait, did I name drop? What? Okay, so Gammy threw shit at me from behind a block for a really long time.
That is true.
Wait,
And
what?
she does not have me blocked at the moment, and the only reason is because I play nice with her. I'm kind of nice to her and told her to stop, and sort of like almost lost her an editing job whenever I told her to stop. So
Wait, really?
yeah, she
Editing
started
for
harassing the fuck out of me. So I started, and then like a bunch of people started posting about like Gammy editing for them, and I was like, oh, by the way, don't use Gammy as your editor. And then she stopped her shit real quick.
Damn.
So
I hear you.
Works.
it felt really bad to like basically just strong arm her that way. But,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
When
would've-
you're gonna throw
yeah,
shit from behind a block without any fucking
Oh Christ.
yeah.
People that throw shit
Lucy
behind the
over the
block is
wall.
like really fucking weird. It's like if you don't want to interact with them, don't interact with them. But like, don't do that shit.
I don't know. Marcy to me was just real fucking weird because she's been fucking with HANZ for like months and months and months. Which is weird to me. Like I don't understand why after someone blocks you, you're gonna fuck with them. Or after you block someone else. I don't understand that at all.
I mean, it's like an extra level, right? For like protection, basically, but it's like stupid. I don't know. I think people should just like mute more than blocking if they don't want to interact with someone. I think that's like a better solution.
Well, to be fair, so and maybe this is just like as a content creator, but to be fair, as a content creator, you're gonna see that shit anyway. If someone is like throwing shit at you behind a block or behind like protection to get you to not see them, you're gonna find out about that shit if you have more than like 2K followers. Like, someone's gonna tell you. Or someone's gonna screenshot it to you and be like, "Oh, why is this person being an asshole?" Like, it doesn't really matter if you mute or block people. You can kind of do that to say like, "Hey, fuck off," but apart from that, like, it doesn't really do anything.
I mean, I'm sure you can get it right, but like when you engage with it, it feels kind of like, what's the point then if you're gonna engage with it anyways?
Just going, so I'm just gonna analogize this to HANZ situation with Marcy because that's the most relevant thing that I have. I have no idea if you're analogizing it to something else, but at least in HANZ's thing, at least in like my thing, where people are throwing shit at you from behind a block for like months and months and months and months, and especially like really damaging, disgusting shit. You can acknowledge it in like a limited fashion, and like maybe every once in a while acknowledge like, hey, this person's actually really fucking garbage, like I don't know why they're still doing this to me, I don't know why they're still harassing me, but like constantly engaging with it is like a bit yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I'm talking about people who like will block someone but then will like continue to like bring them up behind the block, you know what I mean? If someone's like attacking you, it gets fair grounds. It's fucking a public platform, do whatever you want.
I'll be honest, I have done it a little bit with Demon Mama, but it's only because Demon Mama starts shitting on people, and I think it's really, really funny, the things she does, because she sounds like a video game villain.
She does.
Straight out of Metal Gear. It's fucking great.
She actually sounds like an MGS villain, unironically.
Was that
and it's the funniest fucking... No. Yeah, there's a copy cost.
I destroy people like you. Like, and she, and that quote, by the way, in like a more ridiculous block text.
I don't know who you are, but I am going to block you. God, that shit was so funny. I need to put that on r/copy pasta.
But I'm going to block you.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are, but I'm going to block you. What a fucking meme, dude.
I
loved it.
Skills that I've garnered
The internet,
a career on Twitter.
The internet makes me happy sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I'll hunt you down. I will find you. And I will block you.
Irrelevant to HANZ, like this is a serious mark in our friendship kind of thing. Like that was a good meme for a few
Oh god,
weeks.
there's so many good quotes. That's so fucking funny.
I wish Riley didn't get in hot water so fast. The $300 debate thing, that was amazing.
That one was because Demon Mama never said that she was gonna debate Riley. She just said, "Get up your stream." That was pretty funny. And like, I think it was pretty clear in that situation that Demon Mama didn't expect Riley to give her $300 because $300, that's no chump change, you know? So it's like, that was a funny bant. That was a very funny bant.
Oh, well, if we're gonna do this meme, we might as well add the context of how Demon Mama was shitting on her for hours on stream beforehand, and then Riley came into chat saying, hey, you wanna, like, actually clear this stuff up? You wanna, like, actually fucking talk about it instead of just shitting on me for hours upon hours on end? And then Demon Mama said, yeah, sure, get in a call. So if we're gonna, like, fuck around about that situation, Demon Mama was unironically just the worst piece of shit possible in that like literally shat on someone for multiple hours. The person they were shitting on comes into chat requesting to talk to them about the thing that they're shitting on them, then says, yes, okay, you can come in to talk to me. Then when the person gets in, mutes them and tells them to pay them money. What an absolutely shitty thing to do to someone. I'm sorry, but that just makes you look like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, Voch did similar with HANZ in regards to the xenogender stuff, where he, like, critiqued him, and then as soon as HANZ came into chat, he was just like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm just gonna sit here and shit on you.
I know what I can do to, like,
actually, I think the only thing you can do in that situation where, like, there's a person that you're shitting on and you don't want to give them like any credence or give them anything is just ban them from your chat. If you really want to humiliate them or like shit on them, you can find like really shitty clips of each person online or really shitty screenshots of each person online. That is possible. And you could just shit on them that way and make them look really bad that way. But instead, if you're completely dishonest and you bring someone in and then you you're shitting on someone and then you bring them in intentionally, and then you keep on shitting on them in front of them, it's gonna make you look like a massive asshole to that person's audience, regardless of like who that person is. I don't know, like there's just so many better ways to handle that specific situation. Like, just
You're
ban
right, though.
them.
I mean, it is all like optics at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, online politics is all optics. Online politics is 100% optics.
I mean, all politics is. I mean, if it like public politics, all politics has a root in optics. That's how you get your politics pushed.
Considering how nonsensical some people can be and just go with it over and over, it's like I've seen so many debates where it's like we're getting owned right now. Commit seppuku on stream. Why don't you acknowledge how destroyed you are?
I think it's like once you're in there, it's like really hard to just say like, oh yeah, I lost here. You know what I mean? It's almost like easier to just like keep digging a ditch, right? Because in the moment, I think it's hard to like make that decision.
In the moment, yes. In the moment, if you're getting destroyed, I feel like you kind of have to basically make a fool of yourself. But very often people go on to make the exact same
and I know
points,
you've
like
received
literally 2 minutes later.
rhetorical advice from Booksmarks and such, which is a good thing. I
mean,
trust him a
there's
lot
a huge
to be able to
amount that I
deliver,
just
like, good
don't
faith
tweet out
criticism,
on Twitter
so
because I'm concerned
I believe
about
you're in good hands
optics.
in that regard.
Like I don't think I've ever
that
given my honest xenogender's take on
people you
Twitter.
don't
I don't
like,
think
you
I've ever
give
given that
people
take,
more of an
not
excuse to
once,
write you off and
because
not,
I know
like,
that it's going to get me labeled
even
as
want to
a
give you any
transphobic
kind of, like,
piece of shit
credence, like,
bigot.
people who are, like, VGG or
So
Oh,
I just
so that's
don't
fair.
care to have that argument.
I'll
It
be
just doesn't
completely
matter to
frank.
me.
The last 3 days, I've gone scorched earth.
Yeah, similar.
I haven't given a single shit.
I believe xenogender is not actually gender. I think it's like an aesthetic thing, and I think it's probably not great to group the two together.
It's a part of identity. It's not gender.
Yeah, like I'm very happy.
Categorically, it is not the same as gender. So
I'm very happy with my new career. I'm not
I
ophthalmology
could have
gender.
done the book smarts thing and be like, oh, it's very rude that you're.
I mean, like I don't even
attacking
care
me
that much about
because I'm just
xenogender
defending
or
myself.
pronouns. I
And
just
the
think
smarts
that
take it,
argument should be
hey,
completely like independent of
appreciate
trans
this, I
stuff.
don't
I think it's like
appreciate
really
what you're
shitty
talking
that
about. Oh, you're friends.
they're like
Like,
co-opted so
da-da-da-da-da,
fucking hard.
right?
yeah,
we used to
the
be friends with
the people who like literally call for like tell people that they're transphobic because they don't respect xenogenders or neopronouns is like the most dumbass fucking thing I've ever fucking heard.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Yeah.
Does that person exist? Like, is there some person that like,
Yes.
oh,
Yes, I've
all
seen
the
this
time.
so much. I've seen this so much on Twitter. People will unironically call people transphobic for not wanting to use neo-pronouns or like
and I hope that
or
goes
like
very
say
well.
that xenogender is a fucking like people. Ironically, people have called me transphobic because I posted a meme that made fun of heligender at one point.
I remember that. Yeah.
I literally
if you bring
posted
up
the
helicopter,
meme.
their
I
brains
was
just
unaware
off,
of that.
so it's like a completely dead area to even try that.
Actually,
I mean, well, the thing was, like, Capri literally said that, like, helicopter gender is fine. And I was like, this is kind of fucking stupid. And so I subtweeted it with the button thing saying, fucking make it.
You did
I
good,
don't
Lucy.
know.
Can we say one off?
Whatever.
Oh no! Hans racist arc.
Who's over the wall now? Who's over the wall now?
Who's it gonna be?
What happened, Lucy?
See again.
Lucy.
Round 2. They did so well, they got invited back.
Based.
Lucy, did I already talk to you?
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people, they say this is like negotiating with like reactionaries and stuff, but like when someone actually says like,
no problem.
If you're
Oh fuck.
Yep.
well, like if they actually say like, if it actually says like, as like the joke of like, well, what if you identify as an attack helicopter and people, and it's like, well, there are people that identify as an attack helicopter. I feel like that is a very difficult position to get normies on board with. We need to win over because there are way more normies than idiots on Twitter who are morally lucky to get the right opinion on transgenders.
Yeah, I think it's an incredibly hard position to have. Like I think that whatever, like in the realm of xenogers, halogender is a thing, but xenogenders aren't gender. Like, I understand they use the same, but they just aren't gender. They don't describe gender or describes. Which would that take alone would get me canceled on Twitter. So.
Yeah, I think people have not quite realized how like liberalized on like the lefty groups. But like, if I tweeted that out, it'd be like, oh, I guess like my timeline's totally different because everybody blocked me.
Yeah.
I agree. Genders are not gender. It's a different thing. It's like identity.
I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I'm panicking.
Oh yeah, Pillow.
Yeah.
You know the chat that we're in?
We don't speak about the chat. That's secret. You aren't supposed to expose the secret. Okay, I'm kidding. What were you saying?
Poe was posted about it publicly. I did not get kicked by Poe from that chat, so.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Apparently, people don't like me being charitable to Destiny at all, ever, even a little bit.
People do use Destiny Orbiter as a synonym for bad opinions, which is really weird.
Dude,
and ironically, like, Destiny derangement syndrome.
I know nothing definitive about Destiny, so I'm not going to say that I don't like the guy, but like from what I have seen of him in the past, I would probably lean more towards if I have to interact with his content, I'm going to be a bit more I'm going to go in with like a bit of apprehension, but I'm like completely willing to change that opinion if I like watch his content more. So I'm not saying he's a bad guy or that I don't like the guy. It's just more so of from the few things that I've seen, admittedly on Twitter, so I'm not going to give it a lot of credence, but from the few things that I have seen, I don't necessarily have a negative opinion of him, but I don't have a positive opinion of him.
If I only saw what Destiny posted on Twitter, I would probably have a negative opinion of him.
Yeah, probably. He leans way too hard into the villain whole thing.
Well, the thing is that Destiny realizes that the best way to get engagement is to have short, inflammatory posts. That's just true. Yeah, that's just true. And so he uses that.
Yeah. I mean,
and
honestly,
it leads the rest of us to defend his fucking takes that are short-handed and not actually what he means. And can be interpreted in like 15 million different fucking ways. And they have to go on stream to actually say shit.
Honestly, that's the same way that something really cursed. Like someone at my school decided to make a fucking Discord server, and then they put a politics section in the Discord server, and I was like the sole fucking leftist in there. So what I would do is I would like basically post bait, and then like the moment some fucking rightoid bit, I would like call them into VC and like lay them out in front of like a crowd, because I thought it was funny, and it was very fun. I wish I could have like recorded them.
Good way to do it. Fun. Good way to do it.
Yeah. I got in a debate with one person about like allowing businesses to discriminate against gay people or not. Got some funny memes out of that. I got in a debate with one person. This person called me a traitor to the white race because they didn't know that I was black, which was really funny. I have a lot of stories from there, and that's kind of what got me into, I guess, debates, and I'm trying to reinvigorate that with YouTube. But I hope when I do eventually get pulled on to talk to HANZ, that it isn't a debate and it's more so a discussion, because, again, from what I've seen of HANZ on Twitter, I wouldn't necessarily say I have a positive opinion of him, but from what I've seen of, like, many of his debates, which I did watch before, you know, hopping in call, I'm not going to go in completely blind. I think that he debates in a way that I really like, where it's less so hopping on people and it's more so asking questions to like pick someone's brain. Like that's the same way I try to debate.
It's the exact way that it's called Socratic method. It's the way that Destiny debates as well.
Well, you know what? I went to public school, so I don't know what
you
the
ask
fuck you
people
call
their
those methods.
opinions in order. You ask people their opinions in order to understand their position is, and then you, actually just with calculation dismantle the arguments rather than the person.
Yeah.
Destiny does do a very weird sort of reverse Mott and Bailey, where he's significantly more reasonable, like alone with his stream, than he is like on Twitter and sort of in debates. But especially on Twitter, like I'm not sure if you were like kind of like for this little thing, but I had like a pretty notorious like Mott and Bailey with like basically like whether or not if you invite someone over to like your house, is that like a somewhat of a signal?
Is that an invitation to fuck?
Yeah, it's basically like, yeah, Destiny took a very maximalist position to that.
I think the ultimate answer that I got out of that is that, well, this is how most of his arguments are. Most of his arguments are like culturally relevant arguments, which I hate. I don't think culturally relevant arguments are relevant at all to morality. I don't think that's like, I don't think you can make moral arguments off of cultural things. Because this is why, and a whole bunch of DGers actually strawman the fuck out of me for this. I posted originally that Destiny, if he was living in like ancient Roman culture, he would have an impossible time justifying to other Romans that yes, in fact, pedophilia and fucking little boys is bad. Because the way that his arguments work is that there are culturally relevant things, and those things are predicated like actually good in morality.
I don't do moral relativism even at all, because you can use it to justify any bad behavior that's like a modicum popular. Like, I mean, maximum lazy here, the Holocaust. It's like, well, anti-Semitism has been part of their culture for decades. It's like there's the Prussian martial, like martial part of their culture. Like this mechanism thing is an important part of their culture. And you could do this with just like any horrible thing you could think of. It's like, oh, it's popular, therefore it's their culture, therefore we have to like respect it. It's like, cultural relativism, not even once.
Yeah, I think the thing that you can use that for is to understand why some things might happen, but definitely not as a justification as to why they happen. Definitely.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Because like, it's definitely like good to understand why ancient Romans wanted to fuck little boys. Like it's good to understand that so that we can address why they did that, A, and B, why it was wrong and still continues to be wrong.
Yeah, honestly, like with a lot of that kind of thing, something like that, I feel like a lot of people would get like morally dumbfounded if they actually get like an argument against it, because it's like, oh my god, it's pedophilia. Of course it's bad. It's literally pedophilia. It's like, but if I actually press on it, I think a lot of people just get morally dumbfounded. Like, what on earth are you doing?
Well, I think
have
that...
like a harm-based reason.
Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. I hope no one's fucking recording this shit. So I think the problem isn't that pedophilia or like being attracted to minors itself is inherently wrong. It's that endorsing that or like actually having a relationship with a minor as an adult is inherently wrong because of the power the power imbalances that come with it. And the power imbalances are universally there for every single interaction.
Right? And the probability of doing harm in a power misalignment are incredibly high. So even if you do it like safely, it's like you're still firing a gun into the air. It's like, well, I fired the gun safely. Like, I didn't hit anyone. It's like you fired a gun into the air. You did a bad thing. Metaphorically.
I mean, I with the analogy that you're always committing manslaughter by doing this.
Agreed.
Like,
100% agree.
Like, you shoot the gun into the air, and then before the bullet even lands, you go, "Oh, see, look, like it didn't hurt anyone." And then the bullet lands, and it's directly in someone's brain, and it kills someone. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is actually really bad.
And I don't think it's worth having like too specialized in this kind of thing. Like, even if it's like this person's like a ballistics expert and like a triple PhD in physics and like meteorology, so know what it's going to be like, and they fire the bullet in the air. That's still something near manslaughter if you don't hit someone. So I don't know the laws, so I don't know what you'd actually call it. Of like a reckless endangerment. I don't know. Is that a crime?
Like,
I don't know.
Reckless endangerment is a crime, and if you actually kill someone with that bullet, then I'm pretty sure in most jurisdictions that would come under second-degree murder. For basically like, it depends on the jurisdiction, because some states like Minnesota has like a third-degree clause. A lot of states only have like first and second. It's weird state by state how like murder laws work and country by country. But like you would probably be charged for firing a gun up in the air, because bullets do eventually have to come down.
Yeah. And then like the negligence, no, not negligence, malice or something in law.
Yeah,
I've had
like
that explained to me too, but I did not understand it.
It's either malice or, don't quote me on this because I could be like completely wrong. I think it's something called like corrupted heart or like gross heart, like something like that, where it's like you may not have been intending to hurt someone, but you had like such little consideration for human life.
You had such little consideration that you basically intended to murder someone.
Yeah.
Like if you were literally playing with a gun. Like, playing with a gun. I don't mean, like, you're kind of just, like, fucking around a little bit, like, pointing it away from other people and, like, fucking around and, like, waving it and shit. But, like, actually playing with a gun and, like, pointing it at people, and then you accidentally fucking shoot someone, you're still liable to fucking shoot that person. Yeah. Like, you were fucking around in a way that was so unsafe that you ended up harming someone.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably what's the meta ethics split of like the anthropology, where it's like actions have like moral weight, or like the consequentialism, where it's like what you do. It's like this kind of thing is probably the most deontologist I get, where it's like even if your actions don't do anything, I think you're still on the hook if it is like if it has like a high probability of going wrong. Yeah. You know, like drunk driving if you don't hit anyone.
Are you fine if I shoot like an FRQ at you real quick, Sent?
A what?
FRQ, friend request.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alright. I don't know how to do it. Well, no, I do know how to do it, it's just not coming up properly. That's weird.
Right. Oh, you might be over the wall next. I think you heard before me.
Fuck. Is it
I like how I skipped the line. Get fucked.
Oh yeah, you're special.
Get fucked, normies.
Hey, listen, you talked to Ben Shapiro.
You have thousands of followers. And you did debate Ben Shapiro, and you got to admit that there's a grand conspiracy in the medical field.
True.
They're trying to
that was
trans
good
all of our
beans.
kids. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's in terms of like where the Markov chain is with conservatives of like debating transgender stuff. They sort of end with like, oh, there's a grand conspiracy in all of medicine and stuff. That is where I'd like to start a debate of like, okay.
All right, Pillow, you're live. What's up, buddy?
Hello. I guess, should I do like an intro, or should I just like get right into it?
Just go for it, buddy. What's up?
All right. So I primarily wanted to talk about, conceptions of honesty, which I will say, I don't know too much about you. I've disagreed with you in the past on Twitter, but everyone's inflammatory a bit on Twitter, and, so I did want to go ahead and get that out of the way, and also, if I accidentally interrupt you at any point, it's literally just because my internet can be trash sometimes, and like, I'll start talking and then someone's audio will come in. So just like wanted to go ahead and set that out, that I've disagreed with you before. I don't hate you. I barely know anything enough about you. And if I accidentally interrupt you, like it's just my internet, and I'll like stop talking. And if I hear you,
that's fine.
Yeah,
no problem. All right, let's get it. Let's brass tacks, buddy.
Okay, so in concern to honesty, especially in concern to Mr. Girl, I do definitely like. I've talked to people who have been severely mask off with me before. I actually had a really funny instance where like I was talking to like literally like a white supremacist who was so mask off that they called me a traitor to the white race because they didn't realize like I was black. And I really like talking to people who are more mask off and more honest and open about their beliefs. I just feel like saying things to where I think, how do I put this? Honesty as a facet of discussion should definitely be something that's taken into consideration when talking to someone, because of course that's like inevitably going to affect your way of interacting with that person. But I don't necessarily think that it should be something that, which I'm not saying that you were praising Mr. Girl at all, not saying that at all. But I don't think it's necessarily something that we should be talking about as a facet of discourse when talking about something, especially talking about someone who has bad beliefs.
If I could stop, if I could like say something.
Mm-hmm.
I already had a conversation with somebody about this where it's like, oh, hey, like you should be careful, like the way you say like, oh, don't say like, oh, I like that he's honest. Like, no, I prefer honest people. I think you said it pretty well. Like, oh, I prefer mask off people to mask on people because I can have better arguments with them, right?
Yeah.
And I say in general, I agree with you. I absolutely despise that this is even discourse, right? They're like, oh, is honesty really that important? And I'll be real. Like, people kind of made it important being dishonest fucks. Like, again, like so many people either hide their power level or they want to actually own their positions. So that it's really, really sad that someone who might be like a quote unquote, like, you know, like a potential pedo. Right? I haven't seen that discussion of Mr. Girl, right? I've seen it like I talk with Destiny. I think his trans takes are bad, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, so for that, I can completely like understand. The issue is there's a lot of people on this platform. I would say like either like Vosh or like Demon Mama who are extremely hesitant to be honest and own their positions, and that's really, really frustrating. So no, and like, but it doesn't mean, right? I agree more politically with Vosh than I do with Mr. Girl, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. It doesn't mean that Vosh is honest, and it doesn't mean that Mr. Girl has good takes. If I had to like list them, right, I would prefer honest people with good takes, and then I would probably say honest people with bad takes that I argue against. Then I'll take the good takes with dishonesty, and then I'll take the bad takes with dishonesty, right? But I do want people to be honest about their beliefs. I do want people like not hide their power levels, because a big meme, a big part of like old style debate bro culture, right? Like what someone like Vosh used to do is he would try and catch them with their mask off, and then like the big thing would be getting the mask off, right? Yeah. And then you'd say, I don't like, stop dog whistling. Tell me what you actually think. And now we finally have someone who's, let's say, his takes are pretty terrible, right? Pretty atrocious, at least on the trans take, because I can't speak to the pedophile takes yet because I haven't seen that like video yet. But I think it's a pretty terrible like fucking opinion. I would prefer that exist in the open for me to argue against compared to someone who's just constantly dog whistling. Like, I hate that, and I know people agree with me on this, because literally every person who's ever done debate like has said that. Vosh has said this. Like Dylan has said this about Big Papa Fascist. Like, people appreciate the mask off people. They don't like them. They prefer the honest people, because again, if I'm arguing with a mask on Nazi, I have to talk about like them being like, oh well, you know, people kind of control the media and kind of have like control it. I'm not saying this. Like, I would much prefer just to say that Jews run the world, so I can call fucking stupid, right? And anyone who disagrees with that, I don't know what kind of world you want to live in. You prefer dishonesty over honesty. Like there's some philosophical conversations we can have, right? Where people are like, oh hey, if there's a murder at your house and your friend's in the basement and he's gonna kill your friend, do you lie and tell like your friend isn't in the basement, or you tell the truth, right? Which is why I caveated this in my initial take when I said like this is a good honesty take. All other things being equal, the key word being equal, right? I'm not saying a dishonest like lefty is worse than an honest Nazi. I'm just saying I would prefer a Nazi to be honest, and I would prefer a lefty to be honest. And dishonest people are more annoying to me in the spectrum of debate than honest people, because I know all the ways to argue with Nazis.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's annoying as hell to argue with someone who I think is being disingenuous, and everyone knows that. Every person who's react to this. So.
Yeah. And I did want to say, like, I 100% agree with you there. But when it does come to, which, like, Mr. Girl's transphobic takes, obviously horrible, but I do think it is, which you said that you haven't seen this bit, but I do think it is important to note that when it definitely comes to his takes on, say, pedophilia, he like, if you, have you, like, read, he says that he raps, have you, like, read his song lyrics at all, or, like, listened to the songs, potentially?
I saw like a portion of them during like a part of a Destiny stream, but here's my issue with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can technically, like, someone asked me like, oh hey, why haven't you like called the police on Mr. Girl? I don't think I have enough evidence to like do that. Like I don't think that's like possible, like with what I currently know about him. And if you're saying look at the contents of his songs, then I have some terrible news that like we have to arrest every single rapper who's talked about killing people or selling drugs.
Well, yeah.
I don't like, so that's not enough for me, right? But I would still prefer if someone was a pedophile that they tell me, so I can either, if they're not offending, get them to treatment. If they are offending, get them to prison. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's
of course. And if I may say, my thing with that, I wasn't necessarily saying that we should arrest Mr. Girl for making the songs. I'm
not saying you were. I didn't mean to shadow box for a second. Full disclosure, someone literally said that to me on Twitter. They're like, "Why haven't you called for the arrest of Mr. Girl?" And I'm like,
oh,
I don't have enough evidence to convict him. What do you mean? Like,
trust me. Like, I don't like the guy myself from what I've seen of him, but like I don't even think that I could like call in the cops or anything. I was just gonna say that, especially in concern to like the songs lyrics that he writes, they are really caked in a level of like plausible, like ironic, haha, funny, ooh, I'm like joking or maybe I'm not joking, irony. And I think when it definitely comes to that particular facet of Mr. Girl, I don't necessarily think that he's 100% honest on that, because like you can of course, you will never know what someone's like 100% thinking. No one will ever know that unless like someone tells you. 9 times out of 10 people just like fall into their beliefs for like brain reasons, or like they like got it through like osmosis and then they just believe it without like assessing why they believe things, which I think that's something that should be taught in school. Like we should teach people to review and assess their own beliefs. But I think like in concern to the song lyrics there, while we cannot know 100% whether or not he is a pedophile, the song lyrics point one way, but he has enough plausible deniability to where he can call it like a joke. And I think, which of course that like the main focus on Mr. Girl has been about, primarily I've seen it be about his transphobic takes on the DGG side, if there are sides. I hate saying sides, it sounds so fucking like cringe and larpy, like there's a civil war.
It makes more sense, right? Like the DGG people, like we saw as trans, and the VGG people like saw like the pedo debate. I didn't see the pedo debate, right? So it's like the people are saying like, which is even more frustrating when people are like, oh, you support like the pedo takes, and I'm like, I haven't even fucking seen it. Like, what do you? So which anyone like saying that you do support those takes, they're just
wrong.
I know. I know they're lying, buddy. Like, you don't have to tell me that. Also, one second. Watsuku, thank you for the gift sub. I really appreciate it. Dario, I hope you appreciate it, buddy.
But yeah. I do definitely think that I feel like there's a level of very unfortunate miscommunication going on between these two like communities, because I mean I think it's pretty like undeniable to say that there is a heavy level of I guess stratification between the two GGs. Like, of course you have people that interact with both communities, you have people that rarely interact with any community. Like me personally, I'm mostly like involved in Xanderhall's community. Like I know Xan. Like, you know, like, so I guess from the outside looking in, I feel like there's a major miscommunication going on between people who are talking about his honesty on his trans takes, and then people misinterpreting that from the other side and thinking that that's all of his takes, when one side hasn't seen necessarily his takes on pedophilia. And they're like misinterpreting that as people like praising him for being honest about being a pedophile.
Well, then you're just asking people to be more like
charitable.
Yeah, and like that's not gonna happen, dude. Like I'm just saying, like I'm like part of why I'm doing this entire stream is literally because the uncharitability that I've gotten from VGG. So like I'm really sorry. Like it's not gonna get fixed, but if it is going to be mitigated to some degree, that would require responsibility and charitability from like the streamers. And I'm just telling you right now, buddy, Vosh is never going to be charitable to like anybody. It's literally the meme where he's like, "I'm be good faith," proceeds to be bad faith. Like this isn't, like that's not gonna happen. Like I wish it did, but it's not. And I'm going to try and be better about this in having good faith conversations. Like I hope we're having one right now. In the future, but.
I do...
But
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Right, but I don't think it's possible for a community to be good faith unless like the person leading that community is good faith. And I think, and some charitable, you come from Zan's community. Yeah. I think Zan had a much more good faith discussion with me about genders than I had like virtually anybody else. Aside from like people like Dario, who like I had the conversation with on Twitter and that sort of thing. But like he gave me a good like honest conversation, or a conversation that I don't think was bad faith. I had some issues with his conduct beforehand, but we kind of like squashed those during the conversation. But overall, it's up to the streamer. And if one of the biggest figures in the online politics is going to be Vosh, like, then if Vosh is an uncharitable asshole, then like this community is going to be full of them. Like, and you can say that all like Destiny's community are assholes, but I don't think they're uncharitable in the same way that Vosh is uncharitable. I've been on the wrong side of both of them, and it's nowhere near the same. Just like from my personal experience, maybe you experienced something different, but like, yeah. So, but any last things you want to say?
Oh yeah. I also sort of, I feel the Celine stuff, which I'm not gonna take any sides on the Celine stuff because I don't believe I know enough to like hop in on that.
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I do kind of.
I'm just saying, buddy, I'm warning you right now. You say you don't know a lot about it. If you say some dumb shit about it, I'm gonna come on you. All right? Like I just want you to know, like you're opening this up, okay? Like,
I know, and I appreciate you warning me.
One second. Okay, Mr. Girl did nothing wrong. Celine being a piece of shit has nothing to do with her. She's not a pedophile. Jesus Christ. All right, you're sorry. That's just an instant ban. No, don't accuse people I fight with of like crazy shit. Celine's a piece of shit. She's not a pedophile. Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
But I did want to say on this topic, first of all, like anyone, of course, accusing you of using steroids is a fucking shithole, like a complete shithole. Like, just wanted to get that out of the way. But when it comes to I'm assuming, which like please correct me if I'm wrong, and then if I'm like completely wrong on that, then I'll just say okay, like I most likely don't know enough about this to like give any insight. But when it comes to like the steroids argument from Celine, did you see the one where like she compared you to like Joker at the end of like Arkham City? Yeah, and is that the one that you're going off of, or was it like other ones too, or is that like the one?
It's one of the bigger ones. It's more that she's peddling the same kind of misinformation from like VGG, and I personally hold her to a higher standard because I know her personally. So it's like it's annoying for like randoms on the internet that I've never met and never will know to accuse me of steroids. But if someone who admittedly wasn't when she said that, but who used to be a good friend of mine starts saying that sort of shit about me, and I know it's for it, like for clout, because you know, hating on HANZ is super popular in VGG circles right now, right? Yeah. So it's like, if you're doing that, no, like because it does bother me. Like I don't, again, I said it before, I don't like it when people accuse me of being on steroids. I think it's extremely unfair. I think, like I said, I think it demeans my heart. Not saying that people who are on steroids don't work hard, but like I'm happy as fuck. So it's like it really hurts my feelings. And so to have someone who I know personally do that to me exclusively for internet clout. She's not even a streamer at this point. Like I don't even think she does like YouTube videos anymore. Like it's just for Twitter clout. Mm-hmm. And we used to be good friends, and I helped you like substantially. Get the fuck out. No, like. Anything's fair game at that point. Like, I'm sorry. I said this before, but I'll say it again. I have a certain set of standards that I won't go. Like I said, I won't misgender someone. Like, I would never call, like, I would never accuse someone of being a pedophile, right? I would never accuse of, like Celine of being a pedophile. I obviously just banned that person who said that she was. I would never misgender someone. Celine is trans. I would never call her a man because that's really fucked up. I would never, like, use racial slurs. Right? So it's like, I have standards, but if you come after me, and I know you're perpetuating lies about me, especially ones that I find deeply like frustrating, then yeah, all bets are off. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll be completely honest. Like at that point, I didn't dox her, I didn't misgender her, I didn't like call her any slurs. Like I'm done. So I have standards, but's never a good way to start a conversation. Okay, like I have standards. However, like how should I optically phrase that? But like, if that makes sense, because if you're gonna say that it was like a really shitty thing of me to say, I completely agree with you. I'm not denying that at all. It was extremely aggressive and shitty. You know, that I called someone a fucking loser and a piece of shit, and that I called them a terrible person who would attack a friend. Like absolutely, like. I think it was justified, absolutely as well. Would I have done that if she hadn't instigated? Probably not. I was already kind of riding high because like there was other people like Gay Fashion Lefty Al who were like two extremely stupid people being charitable, who like accused me of like defending a pedo and stuff. And I know Celine had said like the previous stuff about me, and when I saw Celine say that, I was like, all right, like I've had it because I already put both of them on blast. And I was putting everyone on blast. Yeah. But for Celine specifically, why I went there with her in the same way that I called Gay Fesh a loser because I don't really have any personal history with Gay Fesh. I just think they're a fucking weirdo. And I do have personal history with Leftus Al, and I think he's a creep. And in response to him, he said I defended pedophiles, and so in response I was like, hey buddy, remember the part where Starks doesn't invite you to panels anymore because you make her uncomfortable because you're a creepy fucking weirdo. So like yeah, like again, if you start like saying shit about me like Leftus Al or Gay Fash or Celine was doing, like, oh yeah, all bets are off. Like yeah. And like Celine was the third person there, and that was what I was using to personally go after Celine for. Because again, like for the other two, that Leftus Al was my friend. He was just this weirdo that would like hover around Cat, right? And Gay Fesh was this weirdo who like was just a big demon mama like stan who like would sometimes hang out my chat and like constantly like was like trying to like praise me because I was nice to demon mama. Because I started off being nice to everybody, so. It's like a kid from Sans server. That's pretty funny. It's like, but yeah, like again, if you go past a certain point with me, I'm fine going nuclear. I think that's like rhetorically, it doesn't work the best all the time. I think some people think I went too far. I think a good amount of people think I went too far. But personally, for me, once someone crosses the threshold for me, aside from like the things that I already listed, so like I said, no doxing, no misgendering, no slurs, everything's on the fucking table. Like, and I will do everything I want in explaining why I think you're a horrible subhuman piece of shit. So yeah, if that makes sense, if that explains it a little bit better. You're welcome to still stay on the fence. I don't expect you to like, yeah, Hans, fucking based that you said that, but like, I just want you to understand why I said it.
Yeah, and I definitely understand why, because like if I was in your position, I would have gone nuclear too. Like I know how I am. I would have gone nuclear too, so I'm not gonna say that you're wrong in that. I don't.
Just don't go nuclear 5.
Yeah, but I was wondering, like, your current status with Celine on Twitter. Like, are you blocked or muted, or have you blocked her, etc., etc.? Because
I'm pretty sure I unblocked her mostly so I could get the screen caps because I know she was still shitting on me. But I'll block her.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She still currently has me blocked.
Yeah. I was wondering because, like, in response to the Joker tweet, which, like, when I first saw the Joker tweet, I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty fucked. I can definitely understand going nuclear on that. When I went further into it, of course, like, the phrase on steroids is, like hyperbolic, like as a, oh, it's like this thing times 10. Celine sort of released like a vague clarification, and this was like already after you had seen like the tweet and had like gone nuclear. So I'm not gonna ban you for not ban. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry.
Can you send it to me because I have not seen it.
Yeah. I'll send it to you, and it I think the screen cap says like 4 hours later. I mean 4 hours 4 hours ago, but I took this like a few hours ago because I made sure to get notes before I came on here, so I wasn't just like.
I've been traveling all today. I didn't have. I didn't have like I still like follow people on Twitter, but I didn't have enough time to like do all the special behind the block stuff. I don't have like an alt account or anything, so like getting clips of people who block me is like really like frustrating to do on my phone. So I normally don't do that. But if you could DM it to me really quickly, I'd really appreciate it.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that. But what? Oh God, I can't find you on the Discord. Your little.
Just right click my name in the thing.
Your name?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I love Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. But it seems like, and of course, I could just be like misinterpreting this myself. But it seems more like what happened was, again, like miscommunication that you aren't at fault for, because again, like, you had already seen the tweet and then the clarification came out like later. I'm bad at talking and searching through my phone for screenshots.
It's okay. Did you say? Oh, I didn't actually mean to accuse him of being on steroids. I think he's a big like muscly Joker. Is that a thing?
I think she was. It seemed more like she was comparing you to Joker, and then she used that. Hold up, I think I found it. Yeah. This is it. I should be sending it over soon. I think she was more so comparing you to the Joker, which, like, if I'm being honest, Joker comparisons on fucking Twitter nowadays, it's like, okay. Like, Joker is such a...
The issue wasn't wasn't so much the Joker, it was the implication of me being roided up, steroids. And also the other thing said about me being like a psycho. So like, if you want to impugn my mental state and then you want to say that I'm on drugs, like, yeah, let me see this.
Yeah. I think it was more so, and this is just the way I like read it. so I could be completely wrong on this, but I think it was more so her comparing you to the Joker, which I don't necessarily fully agree with. Her comparing you to the Joker, but like times 10.
You mind if I? Do you mind if I read this?
Yeah,
like a thing for everyone. All right, so clarification tweet everybody. Calling people mentally ill online is a moot point. We're all mentally ill. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. If someone with depression and I was like, yo, you fucking sad Andy, like, are you gonna like Roblox yourself? Like, no one would think that's okay. Nobody. Because I'm attacking someone for their mental illness. Like, absolutely, that's absolute bullshit. Then calling him insane because he's clearly got Joker mode. The selective scolding is so transparent. So she didn't even like refer to like the roid. So she completely sidestepped that, dude. Like, I don't know what again. Sorry, I'm gonna be nice. I don't know what defense you're trying to do this. I find this completely convincing from her. Okay.
Like, yeah, and that's definitely understandable. Like, again, it was even with like her clarification, it was a little vague as to whether or not, which I just sort of inferred because like I did. Thankfully, Twitter added that new feature like directly on someone's profile where you can like search through someone's tweets, and like when I searched up like steroids or roids and like your name, that was the only one that came up for me. So I guess I lended a bit more charitability to her and thought like, okay, maybe this was just, which granted, especially in concern to you, someone who's been accused of abusing steroids when you don't, in concern to you, tweeting out something like this is either a direct attack or just really, what's a word for it? Really, a bit brain dead, if I'm being honest. Like, not realizing, you know, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't make this connection, and instead of saying, like, on steroids to exaggerate, I should just say, oh, he's acting like, I don't know, fucking, even if you wanted to compare you to the Joker, like, the most extreme version of the Joker from, like, I don't know, like, fucking Batman Beyond or some shit.
I understand what you mean if you like that was the only thing. I think, Annabelle, if you want to check, because I don't want to spread this information, I'm pretty, like, used to go by another name, and she had a different Twitter account where she also said, I think, some shitty things about me. And apparently she, like, deleted all her pre-December tweets. So, like, if she, like, has been talking about the shit and she's, like, since deleted it, like, way back in the day, like, maybe a couple tweets. But if she tweets about me, like, every, like, 2 or 3 weeks and says something like that I'm insane or something, and she deletes all of them for, like, November, then, like, yeah. The one was Marcy Fish and E-Girl Music Theory. So, like, or Girl Boss Marcy or whatever. That's beside the point, so.
Yeah. But that's just the way I interpreted that. I can absolutely understand if you have a different interpretation, though, because it was, like, really vague with that.
That's weak as fuck. Saying that, like, everyone calls everyone mentally ill online, I think that diminishes that, and I know these people that, like, if I know someone's actually mental and I use that as an attack against them, no one will be like, bro, it's okay, we're all mentally ill online, poggers. Like, no, that's bullshit. And then the other one, like, I don't particularly find that, but I appreciate bringing it up. I still I count it, but I have to go to the other people. Is there any, like, final thing you want to say?
Oh yeah, I had this was a really good conversation. I'm glad that we kept it, you know, relatively good and civil, especially compared to
it's my new goal. It's my new goal. HANZ is this is HANZ optics arc, okay? It's rhetoric time. I'm gonna be nice to everybody.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, could I maybe do like some slight self promo, maybe just in case? It's fine if I can't.
What do you want? Where are you at? What do you want to? Do you have like a Twitch channel?
I actually have a YouTube channel. My name is...
Plug yourself in chat.
Plug myself in chat? Okay, thank you so much. I had a very fun conversation with you, and definitely, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate this. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good buddy.
You too. My anus is so fucking clenched.
I didn't watch.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, neither did I.
Oh my god, you guys are missing out. Jesus Christ, we have such good discussions. Oh my god, he has like such. His claims are like, how do I say this? He like is on like the point of understanding gender difference, but is moving away at simultaneously for the sake of a conservative narrative. And I don't know how to explain it other ways because he's like.
No, I understand what you're saying. So basically, he understands what the modern academia actually says. He just wants to feed into a narrative that's conservative because it'll get him money.
Well, what's his argument?
No, I don't necessarily think he entirely grifter. I think he does like.
Okay, maybe not for money. Okay, but he otherwise wants to pander to a conservative argument. Even though
I end stream now. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.
Before you guys watch it, before you guys watch the Destiny discussion, if you want to have a really thorough understanding